Welcome to Session 9, Data Handling, Graphs and Charts. The aims and objectives for this session are to investigate how different charts and graphs are used to record information, to extract data from a range of different charts and graphs. And the objectives? To record information by drawing appropriate charts and graphs. Tally charts. The tally chart provides a quick method of recording data as events happen. Tally marks are drawn as vertical strokes until there are 4. Then the 5th stroke is drawn across the previous 4. This is continued until all of the data is collected. The advantage of this method of tallying is that objects can be counted quickly and easily at the end. Pictograms. Pictograms or pictographs show the data as pictures. The pictures represent a number of items. The pictogram uses images and must also have a key for it to make sense. So this pictogram shows the number of students who like chocolate chip cookies best. And the key shows that each cookie represents 2 students. The key tells us how many each picture represents. Pictograms are not usually the best graph to use, because data can be more easily represented in bar charts. Bar charts. Bar charts are used to compare data. The bars are usually vertical. The height of the bars tells us how many, how much, how often, or how high or low. This one shows the number of police officers in Crimeville 1993 to 2001. This is a title. This is a horizontal axis or x-axis. This is the vertical axis or y-axis. These are labels, and this is the scale. You must be careful to show the correct units. Horizontal bar charts. The bars can be horizontal, but these are just the same as vertical bar charts. Single bar charts. Single bar charts compare data in one set to look for patterns. Comparison bar charts. These compare 2 or 3 sets of data. This is a dual bar chart. It compares 2 sets of data. This chart must have a key. The key identifies the bars. Pie charts. Pie charts are used to show proportions, fractions and percentages in sets of data. So this one's showing the music preferences in young adults 14 to 19. The sectors describe the different parts of the data. A pie chart also must have a key. This identifies the sectors. You can also get dual pie charts, and these compare data, but they're not as clear as dual bar charts. It can be difficult to see the difference between a sector in one chart and its corresponding sector in the other chart. Line graphs. Line graphs are used to show direction or change in direction. They tell us what happens over a period of time. This is called trend. So to start to draw a line graph, it's the same as a bar chart. You need a title, your labels, but when drawing this graph, it is important that you use the correct scale. And instead of drawing bars, you mark or plot the data on the graph with points or crosses. Scatter graphs. Scatter graphs are used to see if there is a connection, a relationship between 2 sets of data. This one's showing the money raised in a sponsored walk. They want to see if there's a connection between the amount of money raised and how far each person has walked. Like the line graph, the axes must be evenly spaced, but the scales don't have to be the same on each axis. Like the line graph, you plot points on the grid, but you do not join the points. Once all of the data is plotted, you draw a line of best fit to see if there is a relationship. Conversion graphs. Conversion graphs make changing from one unit of measure to another easy. In this graph, you can convert kilometres to miles or vice versa. So to find out how many kilometres per hour 40 miles an hour is, you draw the line across until it meets the line in the centre, and then down, and you can read off the bottom 64 kilometres per hour. And also you can do this in reverse, so 100 kilometres per hour, draw the line up until it touches the line, and then across to the miles per hour, and you can read off 64 miles per hour. So in summary, when you collect information in a survey, you record the data in a tally chart or frequency table. Bar charts are used to compare data. Dual bar charts compare two sets of data. Pictograms or pictographs show data as pictures. These charts show discrete data. Discrete data has exact values. Line graphs are used to show trends or changes, when something is increasing, decreasing, or static. They are used for continuous data. Continuous data does not have exact values. Pie charts are used to show proportions, fractions, and percentages in sets of data. Scatter graphs are used to see if there is a relationship between two sets of data. And conversion graphs are for changing units of measure from one system to another, for example from pounds to euros. So let's recap this section. Have you investigated how different charts and graphs are used to record information? Do you understand the difference between discrete and continuous data? Can you extract data from a range of different charts and graphs? Can you record information by drawing appropriate charts and graphs? Remember, if you still have questions or need help, please ask me in class or email me.